know, there's a degree of uncertainty to every model that we run. What we are seeing now is that we were at a place where we had a lot of transmission, where we were up about 1.5, which means for every person who was infected, they passed it on to almost 2 other people. We're now back down across the board to somewhere very close to 1. But it's around that. So we've seen a leveling off of our case numbers that reflects this as well. But it still means that for every person's infected, they're passing it on to 1 other person. And that means that our trajectory is going to be continuing. What we want to do is to be able to reduce those infectious contacts, so the chances that we're going to transmit to somebody else, and bring it down below 1, and that way we can, the outbreak will be fading away. So that's one of the measures that we look at. We've also been looking over the last 20 months at different types of dynamic models that help us understand what are the factors that are the important drivers. Is it vaccination? Is it mask wearing? Is it measures that we're taking in the community? Which are the factors that make a difference in our epidemic? And what I'm going to show is a few of the models that we presented in the past and what actually happened, to help put in context how we can use models to understand what could happen, to understand the parameters, but not as a prediction. And I said this at the very beginning, that models help us understand what are the important things that we need to pay attention to, and that they can tell you what may happen, but none of them can tell you what will happen. And much of it depends on the measures we put in place, how effective those measures are, and our own behavior. So in November 2020, the model on the top, I presented a model that had this line in blue that showed a potential trajectory of where we might